Theo Butler, Moini. 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 Yeah, that's appropriate. That's an appropriate intro. That's an appropriate greeting. Moini. We in here this morning. This was not the plan. This wasn't the plan. But I felt compelled to do so. Before we begin, like, share, subscribe. If you like, leave a comment. If you don't like, leave a comment. You see the title, so you know we finna get up in here. And I'm not trying to do no deep dive. I'm not trying to do no education. I'm going to explain me. I'm going to explain me because I think that's an appropriate question. Things get lost in texting and everything like that. Before we begin, though, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and everything like that. If you like, leave a comment. If you don't like, leave a constructive comment. Yes, this is a live. I don't want to really say there's no right or wrong answer or anything like that. No, there is no right. There is no right or wrong answer in this particular discussion. I don't even want to say it's enlightening. What I will say is me. It's me. Now, if it becomes you, it's you. But I'm the hurt dog in this one. I'm going to be the one doing the hollering. So I'm not necessarily saying this needs to apply to anybody else. So shout out to my brother Juju and everything. Juju, you know I'm a New York Ranger fan too, right? I don't talk about certain things, Juju. I don't. And you big in the weight room, boy. Boy, you be doing it. But I'm a huge New York Rangers fan. Matter of fact, I would tell you my favorite two hockey teams are the New York Rangers. Actually, I got three. It's the New York Rangers. It's the Pittsburgh Penguins for no other reason than that black and gold Steelers and everything like that. And I'm also a New York Islander fan as well. So we do have a lot in common besides being devil dogs as well. Simplified devil dog. So shout out to Juju. He said he was trying to get a quick nap. No. So Juju, and it's great questions, great communication between two brothers. Notice, and when I say brothers, I'm going to use certain words during this live, and I just want us to think about what I'm saying overall as far as how we rock with each other. So I'm talking to another brother, Brutha, brother Juju. We both Marines. We're both Marines. We are. But that brother thing, Brutha, that mean more to me and him. To me, I see him more, even though I know we both Marines. We both Marines. The thing that I know that's gonna get me and him to lock in, see each other as related, it's not Marine, not necessarily, but that Brutha, that should do it. Why would I use that word? Why would I? So, black, African American, race, ethnicity. So, what were we before the 1700s? Now, that's a critical thinking question. I have to ask myself that question. And what has me asking myself that question is everything that I've consumed since I've been living. Everything that I've consumed, whether it be entertainment, movie, TV series, book, don't matter. There have been times where I have been exposed to things where race was not a discussion. Race wasn't even talked about. It wasn't even alluded to. Race. Remember when I said I'm classically read? Some people are classically trained artists. I'm a classically trained reader. What does that mean? I read Shakespeare. You read Shakespeare? I read Shakespeare. Well, I read Shakespeare. I'm sorry. I'm cursed with great knowledge. I read Shakespeare. Okay. You know my favorite Shakespeare play is Titus Andronicus. Let me tell you something. Y'all better check that out. Let me tell you something. The dude that played Odin in Thor, he in it. The dude that played Dresser in the Five Heartbeats, oh my God. I think it's Harry Lennox or something. He is an amazing, you want to talk about somebody being an amazing, underrated actor? Man. William Shakespeare's Titus Andronicus. Harry Lennox played Aaron. Crazy. He played Aaron. Do you know what Aaron was called? He wasn't called black. He was called a Moor. Yeah, it wasn't no black, white, yellow, brown, red thing back then. No, where you from? Okay, well, how many of us seen 300? You read them stories just like I read them stories. They exposed you to that stuff when you was in elementary school, when you was in middle school, when you was in high school, when you was in college. You, us, me especially, because creative writing with a minor in communication. I done had to read everybody's stuff. And there was a point in time where we weren't talking about color. We weren't. So what? And it was prior to the 1700s. Now that's me. I'm not speaking for nobody else, but I can say I noticed it. I'm like, wait, y'all didn't call him. They didn't call Aaron a nigga. They didn't refer to Aaron as being black. They said he was a Moor. You had to go read where Aaron was from to know that Aaron was a dark-skinned brother. Not black, dark-skinned. As in they pale skin, as in they light skin. I can't help it. I read it. And the dude that wrote it looked nothing like me. The dude that wrote it, that everybody loved, everybody respects and everything like that, he didn't use the word black or white. He didn't. So I don't know what to do with that one. Because there's quite a few great authors we look at from back in the day did not use race. Now, maybe I know that because I read them. That's why I said I'm talking about me. Okay. Well, I've told y'all how I felt. I told you I traced my lineage. Well, in tracing my lineage, I've also been aware of certain things. I wasn't out in the field. I was a legal specialist. So I've been looking at a lot of paperwork since I've been in the world. Well, what's on the job application? What's on the job application? It says black/African American. What does it say for white? Do you see any other people identified by a color on the job application besides them two groups? Hold what you got. My bad. I ain't have all my notes. I'm sorry. So if I've read, not speaking for nobody else. If I've read world history, American history, then there are certain things that I know to be true. And if I've lived long enough, I know that there are certain things true. At one point in time, we did not discuss race. Now, why is that significant? If I know history, world history, my history, am I not speaking English? It's not even proper English. I'm speaking English. Okay. What was I speaking over there before they came and got me? That's a fair question. What was I speaking over there before they came and got me? Now, before they came and got me, were we calling each other black? You know, I remember Richard Pryor said he got off the plane one time in Africa. He didn't see no niggas. He did say he saw a bunch of black people, but he didn't see no niggas. Okay, well, you black because somebody called you black, and it wasn't a black person that did it. Now, I know that. I know that. I'm not speaking for nobody else. I know it. They're not going to disown it. In my lifetime, I've heard the reason that we call each other nigger, not just because we want to take power away from the word, but because we actually got that word from Niger and Nigeria. How, when Niger and Nigeria weren't countries, when you were being called nigger? I don't know what to do with that. Okay. And I'm just saying, like I said, this don't have to apply to anybody. Charlize Theron. Everybody and their mama wanted to say Charlize Theron is African American. One dude said, I'm not going to claim that because she African American too. She's born in Africa. I don't know what to do with this. Well, no, I know what to do with it. I'm not speaking for, I know what to do with it. You black if your descendants are from Africa. If your ancestors are from Africa. If you black, if your lineage originates in Africa. You black. Charlize Theron's lineage does not originate in Africa. She was born in Africa, no different than some of us born in America, specifically me. I'm born in America. I'm American. I'm American. I am. Nationally speaking, I'm American. I was born right here in the good old US of A. Yep. Ethnically speaking, my lineage, that's in Africa. That's without Blumenbach and Linnaeus telling me that I'm black. Africa. My lineage tells me I'm African. Two people that don't know me told me I was black. Like I said, experiences, right? Word experiences, life experiences. Remember that job application I was telling you about? You remember how you get all the way down to the bottom and it says other? Well, my life experiences, I've talked to quite a few brothers and sisters from the island. They don't check off black. They don't check off black. You sitting up here trying to figure out why that number's so damn small? Why they sitting up here talking about we got the lowest, our race, it ain't that many of us in America. That's because they keep looking at race. Will you never stop to think why? I know I got some brothers and sisters right here in Florida that look like me, Jamaica, Haiti, West Indies. They do not check the black box. Crazy, because that box that's got black, it's got a slash in it and it say African American. I didn't have brothers and sisters tell me straight to their face, proudly so, I don't identify as black. They claim where they from. Haiti, Jamaica, Bahamas. They not. Well, but those are my brothers and sisters though. Are they not still my brothers and sisters? Because what people keep telling us, the only difference between me and them, they got dropped off first. Right? They got dropped off first, like, hey, first stop, second stop, third stop, last stop. That's what we keep saying, right? That's world history, right? Am I making, if I'm making something up, tell me. This ain't no, like I said, this ain't no right or wrong conversation. This is basically me because people got questions. Well, I know why you call yourself black. Do you know why you call yourself black? Now, in me knowing why you call yourself black, it's more than one reason. In me knowing why you call yourself black, I don't see a division. I'm not going to make you. You know why I'm not going to make you call yourself African American? Here's the reason. I'm not going to make you call yourself African American, because if you weren't born in America, you're not American. Don't mean you can't be descended from Africa, though. Is that really what we... It don't mean you can't be that African thing. African American, African Haitian, African Jamaican, African Irish. The last part of that would be where you were born. The first part of that would be where your lineage from. Now, we'll have people tell us some stuff, but everybody that tell you some stuff don't mean you know damn good. Some people just tell you some stuff just to get you geeked up, get you distracted, or fill your head full of lies. Like that whole nigger Nigeria thing. Let's take a look at this for a second. Damn this thing. Everybody wants to talk about, use Charlize's theory when they introduce Africa into play. Don't use Charlize's theory if you're not going to use her correctly. Yeah, she was born in Africa. The first part of that, she was born in Africa. Now, in 2024, I would like to say that her skin complexion would be a dead giveaway as to where she hails from, but folks just claiming stuff nowadays. So I can sit up here right now and I'm not, it's where we're at. Legally speaking, I can really probably say I'm a tomato, and that's going to be what that is. I identify as a tomato. I know. But people, I'm not talking about people who are doing stuff the way it's supposed to be done and everything like that. No, I'm talking about the people that's running away with it. Right. Where's her lineage from, though? Yeah, she was born in Africa. If you mad that a white person was born in Africa, I'm sorry. I guess that's no different than a black person being born in one of the European countries. I don't know. Yeah, she was born in Africa. Nobody ever asked where her family was from, though. That's crazy, damnest thing. Nobody ever. Charlotte, she from Dutch. She Dutchman. Like, let me just go ahead and say that right now. Let me just cut to the chase and everything like that. No. Because everybody want to talk about who she is, where she from, and everything like that. Yeah, South Africa, United States. No, she's born in South Africa. She's born in South Africa. Now let's talk about where her family from. Nobody wants to get into that conversation. She did. She grew up with her parents in Johannesburg and everything like that. Vin Diesel once referred to himself as a mutt. I won't do that because of the insinuations with it and everything like that. But her lineage is from Dutch, French, and German. That's Dutchland, France, and Germany. That's her lineage. Now, why is that significant? All of those countries are European. I didn't say that. Somebody that came before me said that. All those countries are European. Okay, well, with all those countries being European, according to two guys that are European, i.e. white, she white. They ain't give a damn about. She white. She white. She white. Her mama white. Her daddy white. She can say she was born in Africa all day and that be the truth. But based on her lineage, she white. In the most respectful way possible. I'm an American, born an American, fought for America. When you tell me that a white person has more ownership of America than you do, you told me you bought into it. And that's exactly what they wanted you to do. Because when they described you, they only described two races. When they first came up with 4 races, they only gave 2 of them a description. And guess which one was lazy? Now, the dudes doing this don't look like me. They said, my people, you told me we was black. You called us niggas. You enslaved us. And you told me, you told the world we were lazy. You've been saying that since the 1700s. Well, if we were so damn lazy, why did you come get us? You said we were lazy, crafty, and careless. Crafty is another way of saying somebody sneaky as hell, somebody you don't trust. Yet with all that negativity, you still found your happy ass in the motherland coming to get some of that labor. You did. You came to the motherland, Africa, and you made stops along the way. You did. But my lineage, like so many others, regardless of where they were born, my lineage, like so many others, regardless of where they were born, traces right back to the motherland. Well, that's where I draw strength from. Me saying I'm African American is not excluding another African. Think about what I just said. If I'm excluding a brother or sister who knows their motherland is Africa because I don't like calling myself black, that ain't my problem. If I call you brother, B-R-U-T-H-A, sister, S-I-S-T-U-H, I'm saying I see you. You need me to lock in. I said it before. I don't know. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. I said it before. I don't think people truly appreciate it. If you don't trust, I'm asking a question. If you don't trust a certain demographic, why are you answering to the labels they came up with? Now, I can't answer that. And it is the labels, it's the labels that they came up with. You didn't come up with it, they did. That's history. That's history. Well, I know where my lineage is. Now, if you want to know why I prefer one over the other, I just told you. But my question, I think it's a fair question. If you don't trust a certain demographic, you low-key don't like a certain demographic, why are you adamant about answering to the label they gave you? Because that wasn't your label before the 1700s, and you know it. So now we got to go with Kaiser Koslevin said about cognitive dissonance. Now, I understand it. I get it. I probably practice it sometimes myself. Y'all gonna have to let me know when I'm doing it. I know damn sure good and well it's quite a few intellectuals practicing cognitive dissonance. Okay, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to be the brother that's bold enough to ask a white person, where you from? Because I see all the commercials all the time. They ask somebody else, where you from? And the person say, well, I'm American. No, where you from? I'm the brother. I'm the brother that will ask the white, hey, where you from? Where your people from? I could ask Ron DeSantis, behind you, watch this, he's Italian. He's Italian. Now, what do you think you see in his home? Because I'm trying to figure, I get it, but I want to fill my home up with African stuff. If you telling me you black, then you telling me you African. Because the only reason why you call yourself black is because two white dudes said you from Africa. And if you from Africa, if your lineage is from Africa, you black. If your lineage is from Africa, see what I just said? If your lineage is from Africa, you black. You don't have an issue with being called black, but you do have an issue with somebody attaching Africa to you. Like, that's the damnedest thing to me, because you can't be one without the other. If you're a Native American, you red. You can't tell nobody you from any tribe in America and say you white. You lying. If you say you Navajo, you red. Based on what them two Europeans said, you red. Echo, she red. She red. She red. You see, Hero Yoshida, he yellow. He yellow. I didn't know that. No. Bruce Lee, yellow. I don't think Bruce Lee ever called himself yellow. I don't. I don't think he ever said that. And I know damn good and well Ricardo Montalban ain't never referred to himself as brown. He ain't. Did you hear Tanaka Word to refer to himself as brown? Or did he claim where he was from? Did he claim his set? You know, maybe it's an American thing. For us, because we claim red, blue. And we'll kill over them two colors. Damnedest thing. I didn't say red, white, and blue. I said red and blue. We will kill over them two damn colors, but can't come together under red, green, black with some gold to it. We can't. But in 22 days, let me keep up with these notes. Juju Rose, what's going on? Aces and Hawkeye, yeah. What's going on, RC? Yes, sir. Yeah. I mean, yeah. We all know how the type correction thing be going. RC, I'm feeling you. Get some of this in before I head into work. Let's get that coffee with the griot. I know, man, I need it. What's going on, Juju? Yeah, listen, I get it, man. I get it. I get it. I get it. I ain't even mad with it. I really, you know what? You know why I say what I say? Because I know we from Africa. There's too much stuff in our closet. Everybody that say they not African, they black, you got some African stuff in your house. Now, why do you have it in your house? if you're not African, why you got the African stuff in your house? Because your ass is black. Well, you can't be black if you're not from Africa. I don't have a problem. Watch this. Remember how I say I'm a Batman fan? I'm a huge Batman fan. Batman is my favorite. Batman just don't need me talking for him. He don't. Bruce don't need me saying nothing for him. Bruce good. T'Challa is the one that need me talking for him. Well, low key, I feel the same way about race and ethnicity, especially during this whole damn Cleopatra thing. When Egyptians lost their damn mind, no Egyptian wanted to be black, but as far as the Egyptians were concerned, other people from Africa, Egypt is on the continent of Africa. Your ass black. You black. I'll give you don't want to be black. You need to succeed from Africa. You still on the continent of Africa. So unless y'all gonna set up some demolition explosions and everything like that and separate Egypt physically from Africa, your ass is just as black in Africa as a white person is white. Watch this, in Ukraine. You in Ukraine, you white. You white because you from a European country. Well, you can tell everybody you Ukrainian all you want to. That's your nationality. Your ass is white. Well, Juju, I get it. I don't mind saying I'm black. I don't. I don't. I'm low key ashamed of saying that right. Because I'm upset that we won't stand together like, watch this. We won't stand together like other races will. we keep snapping on each other like other races don't. Like, that's low key my problem with it, right? If black is all that, if I'm black and I'm proud, then damn it, I need black folks to stop going off on each other over some of the dumbest damn things in the world. Stuff that I'm not seeing no other race do. Now maybe because I'm too close. Connoisseur stripper salute. What's going on? Juju, Juju, Rock with me, nation. I like that, man. Thank you so much for that. Facts, bump them likes, my try, if we could. If we could, YouTube algorithms up and everything like that. It's never been about race. Colors represent classism. And that's the only reason why they called you black. Now, if that ain't the truest damn thing right there, what connoisseurs just said, Juju, the only reason why you call yourself black is because they want to make you sure you understand you've been a second-class citizen since they came up with that terminology. That's real. And if you think about how me and you been talking and everything like that, while you and I can both admit we were born in this country, we know it. We have fought and bled for this country and will die for this country. We know it. Low key, you see this country belonging to somebody else. And I'm never doing that. I know too many people in Georgia that spell America with 3 Ks. And I'm like, how you doing that? Well, if you see yourself as a second-class citizen, then you can't be surprised if they're going to keep treating you like that. They see themselves the owners of this country in ways the owners of this country don't see themselves as owners of this country. We allow them to talk crap to us regardless of who they are, and we never pay it back. We never pay it back. Do you know we will allow another race to do things to us we don't even allow us to do to one another? That's race. I'm tired of checking for that. I want us to be like we were in Africa. So thus African American. And I'm going to call you brother, sister, crazy because brother, actually, you brother. The word brother, I say this, it's a joke. Do you know, regardless of if you spell brother the right way or spell it the wrong way, it ends with the same letters as the N-word? Did you know that? Did you know it has the same amount of syllables? 2. 2. That word got 2 syllables, regardless of how you spell it. Brother has 2 syllables, regardless of how you spell it. That word, regardless of how you spell it, it ends with the same 2 letters as this word over here. But which word will you use? Why will you use it? Why will you use it? You know why you're using it? The same reason why you're using the word black. Now, before you was black, you was African. Now that's history. That's world history. Before you were black, you were African. Before they were white, English, French, Irish, Dutch, Australian, I can keep going. Before they were white, before they told somebody that they were yellow, they were Asian, Chinese, before they told somebody that. What they say, it ain't what they call you, it's what you answer to. We definitely need to discard that word. I don't use it at all. But I understand that word been around just as long as the word black been around when it come to us. And them words been flip-flop back and forth and used in how to describe us. We even call ourselves, watch this. We have calling ourselves African Americans, it moves some of us a certain way. But them same people that feel some type of way about calling one another, referring to each other as African Americans, they don't feel that way about calling each other black or nigger. Well, why do you think that is? Them words came around at the same damn time, used by the same damn people to describe the same damn people. I know it. I read world history, did not have a choice. I took world studies. I took African American studies. I want to know who the hell I am. If we watch this, if we can acknowledge the fact that acknowledge and appreciate the fact that Chadwick Boseman was well read, well learned, and took pride in knowing who he was. If we say that, right? What you think I was doing? This was before I knew who he was. This is why his passing hurts so much. What you think I was doing? The same way he wanted to know who he was, I wanted to know who I was too. Black didn't define him. He answered to it because he know that's what everybody else was going to say. He knew who he was. What you think I was doing? Not saying I was doing this, but so if you can understand what he was doing, respect what he was doing, understand what he was doing, you should be able to do the same thing with me because I was doing the same damn thing. I didn't work at a African bookstore. I did read them though. I did go to the bookstore. Their Eyes Were Watching God. Yep, picked all that up. The Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. Yep, checked all that out. Yeah, I Am Not Your Negro, James Baldwin. Yeah. All that. With great power comes great responsibility. Well, I'm here to tell you, I know who I am. Now, that said, I draw power from that too. That power from that land means when somebody stands in front of me and they don't look like me, I'm still looking them in the eyes. I ain't looking down at the ground. There's nothing no other man can tell me to make me feel like I'm less than he is. I don't care anything about his money. I don't care anything about his position. Know why? Because I know where I come from. And in knowing where I come from, if I planted my flag in this country, fought for this country, bled for this country, I own it just as much as everybody else does. I do. There's nothing that anybody can say to me to make me feel like a second-class citizen in this country. No, I'm him. Well, if I'm him, and I ain't nobody special. Yeah, Charlize is a Dutch African. There you go. She's a Dutch African living in America. If we gonna sit up here and say I'm African, my lineage, born in America, that's what that is. She's Dutch lineage, African, born in Africa. She not black. She not black. She not African. She white. She white. Don't let what she tell. No, you better go read. Stop going off what these people telling you. You better crack open a book, because some of these folks going out here gonna fool you into believing you less than who you supposed to be. The census, yeah, that's what it is. The census. And when we look at ethnicity, that's why I encourage us to read. We're the third largest ethnic group in the country. Pause. The third largest ethnic group in the country. Think about that for a second. Regardless of whatever they tell you, regardless of what you, according to the United States Census Bureau, thank you so much for that, Juju. African Americans. They didn't say black. They didn't say black. African Americans make up the third largest ethnic group in this country. But that's also why we are underrepresented when it comes to funding political representation. Watch this. You're right if we look at race, but if I look at ethnically, I don't know how. They're gonna keep that race thing, and mind you, it's crazy because scientifically speaking, they just recently did away with race, and America is one of the few countries that still holds on to it. Why is that? Think about what this country was built on. Think about what this country still has as of yet to apologize for. Think about still yet what this country still has to make right. It's the reason why you, yeah, just gonna say it like that. I want to come on your kid fast, Juju. What's going on, Groovy Fee? Big Dog Gaming. On the continent of Africa, there's no country called African. This is why I don't use the term African American. Africa's a continent. This is why I don't use the term African American. I'm black because I'm universal. We're not from Africa anymore. So you just your lineage stopped at the slave trade. Like that's when your family came into existence. Before then, see, that's what they want you to think. So you don't have a history before the slave trade, because that's low key what you just said. We not from Africa anymore. You know what? Ain't nobody white finna say that. And that be there. See, we sound like we know. If Ron DeSantis would never say that. And he don't like you. Ron DeSantis don't like you, don't give two damns about you. Trump don't like you. Each and every one of them know where they from. And they claim it proudly. You a color. Wake up. I'm black because I'm universal. No, you black because a white man told you was black. I'm gonna stop that lie right there. What were you before 1700? You white because a white man told you black because somebody that don't like you, told somebody that felt like you crafty, lazy, and careless told you was black. That's why you black. It's the same reason why you speak English. It's the same reason why you heard black folks refer to themselves as niggas. That's what that is. You don't call yourself black because you're universal. You call yourself black because you've been taught to not take any pride in where you from. Hey, Grandma, what's going on? American is a label, though America didn't exist before 1776 at all. Crazy. We understand that, right? America did not exist until 1776. Black didn't exist for you until 1720. So what were you before then? This is why I can't do that. Because as far as I'm concerned, and if you say this, Big Dog Gaming, you might not mean it, but if you say what you just said, it's easy for somebody to say your family didn't start until the slave trade. Really? We sitting up here we know where Charlize Theron from, right? But no, because she know where she from. She gonna claim that in her bio that you can't do the same. It's telling me low key that you're ashamed of Africa, and that might not be the way you mean it. That's honestly the way I take it. Black folks are ashamed of Africa in ways white folks not ashamed of where they from. Yellow folks not ashamed of where they from. Brown folks not ashamed of where they from. Red folks not ashamed. Black folks are actually ashamed and will give every excuse under this, every excuse, because there's no reason. And you not saying that if somebody don't come take you from where you from. Most foreign blacks have a country to claim nationally. We don't here in America. Yes, you do. You choose not to. You choose not to. The white person that's born here in America, their mommy and daddy, grandma and granddaddy gonna tell them exactly where they from, and they gonna claim it. You choosing not to. You're making a conscious decision. Cognitive dissonance. I can't do nothing about that. I can't do nothing about that. We will sit up here and research where our name came from. Because I made the joke, Butler, that's Irish. Well, hell, I know damn good and well I ain't Irish. Now, mind you, you say you black. How you know? How you know you black? Ooh, don't make me do this one. How you know you black? It ain't but one way. It ain't but one way. And if you're not claiming it, then you're not black. You either red, white, brown, or yellow. because they're gonna claim where they from, thus being white, brown, yellow, or red. They know where they from. They're gonna claim it. Okay, well, if you don't claim Africa, you're not attached to Africa, you can't be black. See what I just did? You can't be black. Because the whole purpose for you being black is because your lineage, your descendants are from Africa. You can't be black if you're not. Connoisseur triple salute. Black is a misnomer. That's saying I'm nothing anytime it's used. Black power, no power. Jesse Jackson in the 80s coined that term African American. He coined the term. What that mean? He made it popular. Does that take away from the fact that Jesse traced his roots back? Because so did Malcolm. See, this is the thing. If you want to be a color and just a color, that's fine. That's fine. If you just want to be a color, you can. But if you call yourself an educated person, you call yourself an intelligent person, that's not for me to decide. It ain't. But you're going to have a long conversation with yourself because you low-key, not low-key, my daughter says high-key. You are suffering from cognitive dissonance. You are, because what you're doing right now, you want to have a go back and forth. You can pick it up and read it. I ain't lied to you not one time. I ain't got to. I ain't got to. So all the Jesse Jackson African-American stuff, no, you can pick up a book and research for yourself as opposed to telling me something that means little to nothing to me, because Jesse Jackson can coin that term, but where did the slaves come from? Africa, right? Where were they brought to? America, right? So do I need Jesse Jackson to coin a term? Does it matter that he said it? Because watch this. You say African American, Irish American, Asian American. What is Notre Dame? That's an Irish Catholic school. Right there, you got the nationality and the religion of a people at a school. It's a private school, but right there, Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish. They ain't say they the Fighting Whites. It would make sense though, but they claim Ireland. Well, hell, how many kids going to that damn school got Irish lineage? No, you see some yellow kids going to that school. You see some black kids going to that school. You see some brown kids going to that school. You see some red kids going to that school. And you see some, except the black kid is the only one saying he black. The white kid, he gonna tell you he white in front of your face. That's to keep you in place. Bars. He get around his friends, he finna get broke down. Dutch, Irish, Australian, French. They finna break it all the way down. You stuck on black. The yellow person, he don't even claim that. No, he either is Japanese, and mind you, he can speak his native tongue. You can't, his parents didn't taught him that. Japanese, Chinese, and you better not get them mixed up. You better not call one the other. You better not. The brown person, oh hell, I know damn good and well, you better not ever get their stuff wrong. No, and you better not call them brown. They're not answering to that. You got a color though. They ain't no different than you, but they don't answer to the color. They spread all over the world, just like you, big dog gaming. They don't answer to the color. Matter of fact, all those groups, all those demographics, all those ethnicities are spread out all over the world, no different than your demographic. They not answer to the color. They not. You can. You can. You absolutely can. The only reason why you black though is because two white dudes went to Africa. Notice pigmentation difference between you and them. They even tried to notice some characteristic differences between you and them. They were scholars. They picked up a pen, dipped it in some ink, and wrote down on the paper that folks from that continent, that's a continent. That's a continent. That's a continent. Now, I'm saying that because in 2023, there are some adults that still did not know that Egypt was on the continent of Africa. And we did have a politician who was going to run for president a while ago not know that Africa was a continent as well. I see in 2023, it's still some folks that don't realize Africa is a whole ass continent. It's a landmass. It got nothing to do, you talking about nationality. It's a land mass, right? And we know that continent. That's where you from. The only reason why you calling yourself black is because them two dudes, Blumenbach and Lenowich, crazy. Because we'll read everything else, study everything. Can we devote as much time going forward in 2024 into learning as much about ourselves as we know about our favorite artist, actor, sports team? Please. Because folks out here laughing at us. Folks out here laughing at us. Because we regurgitating stuff that they know is I'm trying to be nice, trying to watch my word. We out here regurgitating stuff that's not true, and they know it's not true. And we saying some of the craziest things to justify saying stuff that's not true. And they over here laughing at us. Can we please stop that? The only reason why you calling yourself black, bro, is because two white people told you was black. Which is crazy, because you're going to be the first one, I'm not saying you specifically, you're going to be one of the first ones to say you don't like them. Rev, what if you were told you were black only to find out you were not? Right. That's what happened to our plumbing Indian. So who are we really? We were told we were black. That's it. And there's no identity to it. There's no strength to it. That's why you don't see black. That's why they control the narrative when it comes to black images. No, you think they took the dude off the board? He from Africa. Let me say that one more damn time. T'Challa from Africa. That's the dude they took off the board. They didn't take off the dude from America. You know why? Because that dude from America. Did we not watch Captain America Civil War? Who's looking at them two dudes who was in the military? Well, who does Sam to a degree answer to? Steve. Who does James low-key answer to? The United States government. T'Challa was answering to himself. Well, think about how folks move. You black. You answer to somebody. You low-key feel like somebody got dominion over you. You low-key feel like you don't have any rights. You low-key feel like you ain't got to do nothing. You low-key feel like the system got you checked in. You low-key feel like the man is oppressing you. And you don't feel like you have the power to do anything about it. That's a black mindset. Because that's taught to you. That mindset was taught to you when they told you was black and they told you was a nigga. Propaganda is a terrible, terrible thing when it's used right, when it's used like that. God Almighty. Grandma, Lumbee Indians, damn autocorrect. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I believe the reason why a lot of us African Americans don't like to claim Africa is because of the images that we have been programmed to see from television or news program. Yeah, I never, and I was around that generation when we was watching the care program commercials and feed a starving kid from Africa. I'm like, that's the only place kids starving? Africa? Ain't nobody else starving? because my grandfather was my grandfather war veteran. I I I ain't saying, I'm just saying. So that never flew for me. That never flew for me. That never flew for me. Probably why I feel some type of way about the American thing. LOL. I need therapy. I mean, a young lady said it best, Juju. As a people, we're traumatized, and we've never had counseling. Never been offered counseling. As a people, we're traumatized. We sit up here and folks can get mad and say, "With Theo, you making too much up." No, we when you think you didn't won voting, folks redraw the voting districts. Now, you never think to redraw the voting districts when you lose, because you low-key don't think this your country. You don't think about running for political office because low-key you don't think this your country. But you'll fight for it. Bleed for it. Die for it. Then this you. It's only if we all want to hang our hat on race and let race be the end all say all, it's only one race in America that can claim America. And it's not the white race, it's the red one. That's why a white person can't say a damn thing to me. A white person can never check me in regards to my significance to America. Because low-key, you ain't no different than me, and you can take your ass back home too. You're not from here. That's how I feel about it. So I'm gonna keep up with these notes, man. I thank y'all so much for rocking with me and everything like that. Listen, James Baldwin, it's something I love reading. I have enjoyed every author that I've read. Every author, African American studies that they put in front of me, I have enjoyed every damn author. James Baldwin, I am not your Negro. That was what I needed. That I needed that story, because what we have too often, and we're discussing it right here, we just haven't used the word. It's an identity crisis. We haven't used the phrase, we're suffering from an identity crisis. And what we should not be having this discussion. Let me just go ahead and say that. We should not be having this discussion. It really should be Juju. Man, I know I'm black. I know I'm black, no different than he knew he was black. You're going to call me black regardless. That's any and everybody. You're going to call me black regardless, whether I want you to or not. Watch this. I don't like being called the N-word. You know what? I'm going to be called the N-word regardless. I'm going to be called the N-word in a good way. I'm going to be called the N-word in a bad way. Yes, there will be some people that refer to my color in a negative way, in a negative fashion, negative connotation. So that's going to be what that's going to be. But I know who I am. I'm only answering to those titles to make other people feel good. It's what I've seen, and this is crazy, what I've seen and what I've come to understand since I started saying it. Now, I'm not going to speak for anybody. Since I started saying it, people are more bothered by me using the term African American towards myself than if I called myself a nigger or a black person. I've heard people say they don't like being called nigger, still answer to it. And we as a people understand what that word means, and we still call each other that. We know history, world history. We know ancestry. We understand descendants. We understand lineage. We understand all that. We didn't took them tests. We didn't learn how to spell them words and everything like that. We took them quizzes. We passed them. We got them diplomas on the wall, degrees and everything like that. But we got an issue with African American in ways no Italian American is ever going to have. In ways no Russian American is ever going to have. In ways no Yugoslavian American is ever going to have. We got an issue with African American. In ways in which no Puerto Rican American is going, no Mexican American is going to have. They will never have those issues in regards to claiming, because their flags fly proudly. They have them on their clothes. Well, you got an ankh somewhere in your house? You got clothing with African symbols on it somewhere? You got tattoos on your body? I got Africa. Watch this. I got the continent of Africa tattooed on my left forearm. Like, Theo, but you weren't born at my lineage. My lineage. Now watch this. I have an ankh tattoo on my left arm as well. I got two things that's gonna probably surprise you. I have a cross tattooed on my left arm. Grand Madam Tarot, you ready? And I have the ram's horns, the Adinkra symbol for the ram's horns tattooed on my left wrist. Anybody besides me ever heard of Adinkra symbols? No? Let me help you out. It's from Africa. It's from Africa. While you have quite a few of us walking around, watch this. Don't want to claim Africa. Quite a few of us got German, Latin, and Asian written on our body. Not from them places. Well, I love where I'm from. Both. Where I was born, my birth, my lineage. So much so to the point, my daughters, both of them, having Adinkra symbol tattoos on their body. Why? Because as a father who knows where he's from, is proud of it, proud of my people, proud of our heritage, proud of our lineage. I told my daughters, don't come around me with no Asian tattoo. What? Don't. You're not from Asia. Your mother and father are not from Asia. Your grandmother and grandfather are not from Asia. They aren't. And last I checked, the slave port, we're descendants from Africa. So if you want to go get a tattoo and it's got to be some little funky behind symbol, if it's not from Africa, don't do it. They didn't. Now it's crazy. Lessons. Teaching identity. With me and my oldest daughter not necessarily talking, when she finally did go get a tattoo, guess what she got? She got an Adinkra symbol. I instilled that in her, no differently than what my parents instilled in me, no differently than what their parents instilled in them, no differently. I'm a griot. Okay, well, how you finna be griot and you just black? You got stories to tell, and them stories better walk it all the way back to Africa. If you claiming griot, if somebody telling you griot, you got a responsibility, and that's not an American title. No, that's an African title. Well, if I'm that, you gave it to me, I didn't, then I have a responsibility to own all of that, not just part of it, not just what sound good. No, I got a responsibility to own it. I got a responsibility to regurgitate it. Well, guess what? We here now. Juju, I told you my pop served this country and got deported. Damn. That ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right. And I'm gonna say it like this. I don't know why Donald Trump's still here. And I'm gonna say it just like anybody should have got that. Probably why I feel you should understanding that background. I get that. What's going on, Ronnie? What's going on, Grand Madam in the building? Ronnie, you already said that. Got you, Ronnie. Grand Madam, we had the same discussion about calling ourselves black versus Negro. That goes back to the 60s. Prior to that, it was a beef about color versus history. Grant, come on. And that's the thing. I remember that. What colored Negro? Wasn't we Afro-Americans at one point? Meanwhile, watch this. We sitting up here colored, and y'all gonna laugh when I say it. We colored. Nigger. Look at that Negro. Well, we was watching movies, mafia movies, mind you. Mafia movies. We seen them. Okay, here we go. Bumpy Johnson, Lawrence Fishburne. We saw that movie. I liked it too. Well, where was Schultz from? Dutch Schultz. Where was he from? That's a gangster. Now, I'm not going to misspeak on Dutch Schultz because I don't want that smoke. But where was he from? They knew where he was from. He was, okay, the Italian mob in America. I'm not talking about, no. Okay, well, they know where they from. They claim it. Well, I ain't never seen the African mob. Everybody else know where they from, and they claim it proudly. Don't have no issues with it. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Oh yes, symbols, exactly. Tattoos have it, absolutely. So I don't, like I said, there is no right or wrong answer. I did not want people thinking that. If you, I do not. This ain't a you should call yourself that. This ain't a you should call yourself this. No. You call yourself whatever you want to. I'm never finna tell somebody what to call themselves. I'm not. It's your choice. It absolutely is. But education is key. It's key. You should know where you come from. Because in knowing where you come from, you draw power from that. You draw strength from that. You do. Knowing who you are. If we can sit up here and talk about children suffering from a loss of identity because they don't know who their parents are and everything like that, or the son don't know who his father is, if we can sit up here and say that, articulate that, and understand that, it's no different. It is no different. I asked it on another video. I will ask it here again. We're going to get up out of here. If you were able to trace your ancestry all the way back to Africa, and it said you were directly descended from the Zulu tribe, how would that affect you? Now, we got 4 people in here. We can chop that up real quick. If you knew, knowing what you know about the Zulu tribe, the Zulu warriors, the Zulu nation, if you traced your ancestry, your lineage, all the way back to the Zulu tribe, how, if it would affect how you view yourself, how would it? I know we like gangsters and thugs and stuff like that, and we know the Zulus are one of the hardest warriors out there. I'm of the mindset that, yeah, you probably walking differently. You probably walking differently. You probably talking differently. You probably from the woods, as in I wish a brother would. Ronnie, I would carry myself with more pride and want to learn more about the tribe. Yeah, you would. You would say there would be so much strength. There it is, the Rock With Me Nation moderators in the building. There would be so much strength drawn from you knowing that you was what? You get that thing back from AfricanAncestry.com. You open that thing up. Oh yeah. You probably running out the door picking fights. You walking around, your chest poked out, you telling folks what it is, and then, hey, pick up that trash. You giving out orders, and it's something to be said when you know where you come from. It's something to be. You got people. Watch this. That shouldn't be too hard to believe, because how do Alabama fans walk with their chest poked out? Why? Why do Alabama football fans walk around with their chest poked out like you can't say nothing to them? Football, college football, why? An Alabama fan ain't trying to hear nothing you got to say. Know why? They draw strength. They draw strength from the Crimson and Cream. They do. You know it, and I know it. Okay. Well, I'm a Steeler fan. Pittsburgh. If your team ain't got 6 Super Bowls, I don't care. I don't care if you're going to the Super Bowl this year. Your team ain't got 6, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Now, why do you think that is? Because I draw strength from the fact that my team got 6 up. I take pride in that. As a Georgia Bulldog fan, if you're a Florida Gator, you can't talk to me right now. Why might not you be able to talk to me as a Florida Gator? We still up. We 12 games up in the head-to-head matchup. So what are you talking to me for? Exactly. Well, that's because I draw strength from the fact that we are up 12 games in the head-to-head matchup. Well, you wouldn't draw strength from the fact that you was from the Zulu tribe. You would. You're gonna talk different. So that's just what that is and everything like that. Like I said, there is no right or wrong answer. This video wasn't there for that. But what I will say to you is this: there is and always have been more to you than a color. I would urge you to go out and find out what that is. Let me see. F the Steelers, LOL, Giants got 4. How am I gonna be mad? I can't be mad at the Giants. I'm a Lawrence Taylor fan. Phil Simms. Mark Bavaro. Watch this. I'm trying to figure out if that's McConkey's son playing for us as a wide receiver at Georgia. Because we had McConkey playing for the Giants, right? I'm trying to figure out if his son is playing football for the Georgia Bulldogs or his grandson. I'm trying to figure. Oh man. So yeah, like I said, there's no right or wrong answer. It can't be a right or wrong answer because honestly, you can't be black if you ain't from Africa. That's just the end all say. Also, Penguins and Islanders are 2 out of the Rangers' biggest rivals. LOL. You like the opposition. I like the Rangers too. Like, I don't. If the Rangers and the Penguins are playing, I'm pulling for the Rangers. If the Rangers and the Islanders are playing, I'm pulling for the Rangers. Like that's how that's gonna go. I'm pulling for the Rangers. Now, if they not playing the Rangers, I'm pulling for the Islanders and the Penguins. But no, it's Rangers all day, all right? Come on now. So Wayne Gretzky, you gonna make me go back? Don't make me. Listen, Juju, I had a hockey game when it wasn't cool for brother. Juju, Grand Madam gonna remember. Grand Madam, you remember the stamps? You remember the stamps? You used to go to the store, Piggly Wiggly. They give you the stamp booklet. You get green stamps, put it in the booklet. You get what you want. You remember? Y'all not gonna remember that because y'all not from that time. Y'all, back in the day, we could used to get toys out of cereal and everything. They don't do that no more. So you remember that, Grandma? So Juju, 3318 3rd Avenue, apartment 5A, 10456, zip code, staying in the Bronx. Before Friday the 13th is the thing. I'm a hockey fan. My dream team was not the basketball team. It was the USA hockey team that took down Russia. That's my dream team. I can't speak for nobody. I get it. See how I just did it? I get it, but no. My dream team was the USA hockey team that took down the Russians. Do you believe in miracles? Yes. Yeah, that's me. That's me. I bought a hockey set. And I ain't talking about no hockey set in the house. No. I went and bought the street ball hockey set. I had the goalie mask. Shout out to my mother. Shout out to all my family, because my family, my mother, my grandfather, my grandparents, my aunt, they allowed me to fully embrace sports. My mother bought me the goalie mitt. The goalie mitt, I had that. Goalie mask, because it didn't come with that. All I got were the hockey sticks and the goalie frame and the net and the flat puck and the round one. Did you know a brother used to play on the not Juju know. Did y'all know a brother was a goalie on the Montreal Expos when they was winning all them Stanley Cups back in the day? They're like, Theo, eh? It was a brother. It was a brother. Let me keep up with these notes, man. Y'all, like I said, man, thank y'all so much for rocking with me and everything like that. So yeah. I'm a Philadelphia Eagles and a Miami Hurricane fan from Orlando. You I'm always rooting for the Giants when they play the Eagles. I ain't never rooted. I only root for one team out the NFC. And I know Georgia fans be like, so you don't root for the Falcons at all? You got the Georgia Bulldogs. I'm rooting for the Georgia Bulldogs. I like the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. No, I don't like the Falcons. Falcons been sorry for a long time. Mediocre. Even when they went to the Super Bowl, they was mediocre. So no, I'm a Giant. No, Steelers over here, Giants over there. Now, if they meet in the Super Bowl, I'm glad that ain't never happened. I'm glad that ain't never happened. The only Stanley Cup I watched from start to finish was the '94 series. That wasn't a bad Stanley Cup. That wasn't a bad Stanley Cup. Listen, I'm out of here and everything like that. Hopefully I explained myself. LOL. Love you, bro. My brother. I got to get back ready for work. Listen, I'm finna dip too, Juju. I'm finna dip too. These I dig the Eagles. I ain't mad at the Eagles. It's just, Randall Cunningham. I gotta respect that, right? Donovan McNabb. Michael Vick. I ain't got nothing. I'm a Giant fan. But listen, the whole purpose of this video, just understand it. And when I say understand it, as the pastor say, you ain't gonna get that knowledge for yourself, because it ain't as simple as folks making it to be. It's more, Grandmadam has alluded to it, it's more complicated than that. You owe it to yourself to know who you are. I'm not gonna tell you who you are. I'm not gonna tell you me. You need to go find that out, because one damn thing I can tell you for sure, he not gonna tell you. And as long as you don't know, that helps him out. And just the color aspect of it, that ain't enough. You're doing yourself a huge disservice if you just looking at the color. Nah, you need to go look at your people. Your people will tell you more about you than the color will. And that's real. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Listen, that's my time. I'm about to be out. I promise to come to y'all today. We got to get this comic book content out to y'all, because I'm sitting on way too many comic books as far as like comic book reviews. I got to make it do what it do. But in the meantime, in between time, Zango Fett, he's not here. We will be doing a Hard in the Paint series. I'll probably make it something every Thursday where we talk about issues, real issues, comedic twists, where no subject is out of bounds and everything like that. Other than that, take care of yourself. I want to talk to you, not talk about you. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Peace.